There are millions of working people whose families used to vote Democratic, and they look and they say, why do we have the highest rate of childhood poverty of almost any major country? Why is it that I'm working longer hours for low wages? Why is it that I can't afford health care? Why is it that I can't afford my rent or my mortgage? Why is it that I can't afford to send my kid to college? And the Democratic Party is finally going to have to say, we stand with those people. We're prepared to take on the greed of corporate America. But when we talk about the Democratic Party, it is not just domestic issues, and I'm going to get into that in a moment. It is also foreign policy as well. Donald Trump believes that Ukraine started the war with Russia. Well, Mr. Trump, get your history correct. It was Russia and that terrible dictator, Vladimir Putin, that began that war. And we will stand with democracy and not with authoritarian people all over the world. But it's not just the Ukraine. I strongly oppose Biden's continued military support to the horrific Netanyahu war against the people of Gaza. Since that war began, over 50,000 people have been killed, over 110,000 wounded, and the entire infrastructure of Gaza has been destroyed. Right now, as bad as that, and I want you to hear this because this is important, as bad as what Biden has did and what Trump is now doing, Trump has another idea, which is so crazy, so unimaginable that you can't really believe they are seriously talking about it. But what they are talking about today is forcibly expelling 2.2 million Palestinians from their own place of living and converting Gaza into a playground for the rich, a new Riviera for Trump and his friends. We will never, never allow that to happen. Now, I work in the U.S. Senate, so I'm around people who are able to talk more and say less than any group of human beings in the history of the world. So when we talk about where we want to go as a nation, we have got to talk with some specificity, not in general terms. And what I'm begging of you is when you hear candidates who want your vote, be tough on them. Ask them hard questions. Are they unequivocally prepared to reject corporate PAC funding? At a time when billionaires have enormous power in both parties, are they prepared to work vigorously to overturn Citizens United? Today in America, the top wealthiest person in this country, if you can believe it, owns more wealth than the bottom 53% of households. Got that? One guy. Top 1% owns more wealth than the bottom 93%. CEOs now make 350 times more than their average workers. So these people on top, they're very religious people. But it's a strange kind of religion. You know, all of the major religions on earth speak in one way or another about doing unto others as you would like them to do unto you, right? Christianity, Judaism, Islam, whatever. Kind of that's the heart and soul of many major religions. What the religion of these oligarchs are is greed, greed, and more greed. And that greed is destroying our country. We got to stand up to it and end it. So it is not just about not giving them massive tax breaks that Trump wants. It's about telling these large corporations and billionaires they are going to start paying their fair share of taxes. All over America, workers want to join unions. And they want to join unions because they know that when you're in a union, you can negotiate decent wages, working conditions, and benefits. But employers know that too. And they're making it harder and harder for workers to join unions. That's why we need to pass legislation that punishes any employer who denies workers the constitutional right to form a union. Here in Pennsylvania and in many parts of this country, there are workers earning starvation